Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, family. I am super excited to have you here as always. It is always good to be in your space. It is always good to be in your presence, respectfully. If you guys are new here, my name is Cassandra. I am the witch, the spiritualist, the founder and creator of Magic of Eden. I am also a published author, writer, and poet here to help you reclaim your divinity by merging the arts of poetry and magic. So that was a very long intro, and that's okay. So I immediately want to say that I set the intention that we are focused. I set the intention that the messages that are coming through provide us with divine clarity, that we are safe, that we are secure, that we are open, that we are trusting of the messages that are coming through, that we take what we need and that we discard what we do not need. I set the intention, and Spirit, I do ask for your protection as we are in this sacred space together, while we are holding hands and fellowshipping and just diving deep into the minds of Gemini and what they have to offer and what messages come through for them. I do ask that you just continue to keep an eye out for us and to block out any negative energy and distractions that keep us from obtaining our absolute best. Asheo. Gemini, this is the second time I'm doing this reading. And it's interesting because I don't know why I don't feel like these cards resonate right now, but I will go back and I will see. There's this energy of like indecisiveness, and one of the things that I kept hearing from Spirit was that there is a need to focus. And I really do feel that the messages for you guys are literally everywhere. And even before I started doing the first reading for you guys, that I stopped doing because it just didn't feel right, I just kind of felt like, yo, like this is just not, it's just not it. Like before I started doing the first message or reading the first message, I got distracted. I was like, I need to go look at my phone. And then I ended up going to go cook something for the kids. And it was just so many things that kept pulling my attention away from doing what I needed to do, which was get this reading out for you guys, because I've been wanting to do this reading for a while now. And for whatever reason, I would just obviously just kind of constantly being pulled. And I feel the need to say that Spirit wants you to sit down and take your time to really sit down and focus and really think about the things that you want to do, but also to create a plan of action and stick to the plan of action and actually follow through on the things that you said that you would do. There's something about you setting intentions and setting intentions. There's something about you setting intentions and you sometimes not doing what is required in order to allow those intentions to follow through. There's something very strong here about you being able to solidify these different things and solidifying these ideas. And you have a very strong and active imagination. And right now, especially at the time of the full moon in Leo, that's when I'm recording this on the January 25th, is that you are in a space now where you are being challenged to take a very bold, big, courageous step and start to really solidify and implement those ideas that you've been having, so that you can start to show up in this world as a force to be freaking reckoned with. And I really do believe that. I do feel that you guys, some of you guys are in spaces where, wow, some of you guys are in spaces where you are being asked to really sit and perfect your craft and really sit and really start to put these things together in chronological order is what I'm hearing. There's something very specific about, you may have been seeing numbers like 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3, 3 4 5, 4 5 6, 6 5 4, whatever or what have you. And for whatever reasons, I feel that Spirit is saying that the reason why you're seeing these numbers is because you are being called to start to take steps in the right direction, but also do things one at a time and start to train your mind to focus on one thing at a time. Because you're so airy and imaginative, and because you're ruled by Mercury, sometimes these energies can be very chaotic, and you can find yourself being pulled from here to there, from A to Z, from Z to Y, to G to H, and to W to B, and it's just so many different ways that you're being pulled to where it creates this chaotic web of whatever. And the thing about that is that when you take a step back and you just pause, you can see the beautiful picture that you're trying to create doing these different things. So when you start to compartmentalize these things, you can see, okay, this is the bigger picture. This is what I want to create. Give me 1 second, you guys. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to stop because my kids were being like really loud. So anyways, yeah, moving forward, I don't remember exactly where we left off at, but I'm just going to go ahead and continue. Some of the things that were coming through as I came back into the room, well, into the office where the apothecary is, where I'm doing the reading, is that there is this need to, okay, hear me out, right? If you are someone if you're someone and you know yourself, right? If you are someone who knows themselves enough to say you are easily distracted by things that happen and go on social media and the outside world, then Spirit is saying to do what you need to do to keep yourself focused. Now, this may come off as a flex to other people, but what I'm hearing is that, let's just say, for example, if you use Instagram as a way for you to, do business, conduct business, create content and things of that nature, right? I'm hearing that it would be wise to unfollow everyone until you get to a space to where you can be more responsible with where you're putting your attention. People may see this as a flex, but that's okay. That's their perception. And one thing that you don't want to do is fall into the claws of someone else's perception, because that's just where they're at in life, and that doesn't dictate who you are, where you're going. For others of you, it's just to simply unfollow other people who do not inspire you to be better, who don't inspire you to want to solidify your own ideas. If you have anything in your space or vicinity that keeps you away from staying focused on what you are building for yourself, then that is not the energy you want to have around you. I'm hearing the word flirtatious, but it's like kind of being flirtatious. Some of you guys have this tendency to be flirtatious without any commitment, and I feel that for whatever reason, Spirit is challenging you to stay committed to the things that you know that you truly do want to have and to be, that are actually long lasting for you. I also do feel that some of you are being guided to really kind of take note of the things that you really do want and ask yourself, okay, well, why do I really want these things? Like, is this something that I can truly see for myself? Can I really see myself sitting and focusing my intention and energy on this thing, or am I going to get bored? And if the answer is, if you know truly that you'll get bored, then Spirit is saying that more than likely it's not really something that you want to invest your time in. This is something that Spirit is saying that this is something that you've been preparing your whole life for. Your traumas, your tribulations, the things that you went through, your traumas, and all of these different elements, all of these different things have happened, and they prepared you for this precise moment. And for whatever reason, I did hear Spirit say that you have a long journey and you're going to live a long time. And for whatever reason, Spirit is saying that the youth that you have is valuable, because this is what's going to help you continue moving on, continue moving forward. It's like there's a connection to you in youth, but there's also a connection to the youth that is within you as well. And that fun, that energetic vibe, that amazing fire, that amazing, whatever energy you have, that spark is what's going to set the tone. But also there's something that you need to do in order to keep the flame going perpetually. Spirit is asking you to focus. I just heard the words caught by surprise. Spirit is saying that you need to, what is the word? Spirit is saying that, I don't know why I'm losing it. For whatever reason, I can't, these intuitive ideas just keep leaving. I feel so robbed right now. I feel robbed. I feel robbed. I'm like, why is this happening? Like, when I did Aries and when I did Taurus, everything was smooth. Well, when I did Aries, it was smooth sailing. When I did Taurus, it was a little bit more like, not conflicting, but it was kind of straightforward, kind of like, okay, that's not right, but this is it. With you guys, the messages are just escaping me. Like, they're just evading. And I'm like, why? And I feel that the reason why it's like that is because now was the time to be centered. Now was the time. And it's funny because you do have the temperance card here, which makes a lot of sense. Now was the perfect time for you to center yourself, to fall back into meditation, and to really allow these ideas to flow unto you so that you know exactly where you're going. Now was the time for you, instead of being led by someone, now was the time for you to lead yourself and step out as someone who can help to lead what I'm hearing is a large group of people. What I do see happening here is that there's these moments of reflection, as it's almost kind of like, what did I do to get this far, and what do I need to do in order to change the circumstances? Where am I going, and why am I going there? There's a need for you to ask the question why, and tap into your own inner guidance. For whatever reason, I do see you going into this quiet place where you can actually sit and meditate and let the answers come to you. This is you literally tapping into guru vibes. This is you going into Buddha mode, where you're like, I'm going to allow the answers of the universe to flow unto me. But not even just that, I am the answer. It's not to say this out of arrogance, but it's like, you are the key, you are the answer. And it's so interesting because my partner, he says, I am the gem and I. And it's so beautiful because when he says that, what he means is that you are the gem. The gem is in your eye, in your third eye. And it's like, you are the gem. There is a gem in I. There's a gem in your mind. There's a gem in your third eye. And I feel like that to me is so powerful, because the more you allow yourself to open up your third eye, which I believe is the first eye, the more you tap into that space, the more the answers become clear, the more you know what to do, where to go, what you're doing, and your purpose. And I really do feel that this is purpose driven. And for some of you guys, it may come as a shock to you, but again, you'd be surprised as to the things that you actually really can accomplish in this world. And I really do feel that some of you guys are in a space where you're walking away. You're walking away from what was once comfortable to you, and you're stepping into a space where you can find new values, new ideas, and new adventures. But for whatever reason, this feels very spiritually awakening. This feels very spiritually enlightening. And it feels like this divinely led spiritual awakening. And it really does feel like you guys are tapping and leaning more into the darker aspects, which is actually your feminine side, your divine feminine aspect. And I really do feel a common theme here. I really do feel that the theme between the first two signs and you is the fact that you're leaning more into the divine feminine aspect. But in this sense, it's your intuition. It's you allowing your intuition to flow through, and not just with logic, because you got the logic down packed. It's now time for you to lean into that divine feminine energy. It's interesting because that's the similarity between you and Taurus, which is funny because you may be a May Gemini listening to this, or your moon sign may be in Gemini, or your rising may be in Gemini, or whatever. Or you may be a June Gemini looking to try to ground yourself, if that makes sense. For the Geminis born in May, you have this natural ability to be grounded and to be centered and to be chilled, laid back, all those good things. What I've noticed based upon study is that people who were born in June seem to be more active. They seem to be, they bounce off the walls. They can't sit still. They got to do this. They got to do that. They got to be on the move, and all these different elements, because the mind is so busy that they feel that the body needs to be busy as well. So if you fit that description, the spirit is asking you that now is the time for you to sit back and really meditate and fall back into that. I am hearing the word psychedelics. So whatever, I'm not encouraging anybody to do any type of illegal drugs or substances. I do recommend that you look into getting a religious assembly situated. That way you can do whatever you want. So that way your religion and your spirituality cannot be intercepted or intervened by law. I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to drop that little gem and get going. But I really do feel like now is the time for you to really sit and ask yourself the important questions versus going out seeking counsel from someone else. I truly do 100% believe that. Now we're going to go ahead and continue on with this. Okay, never mind. That's the Six of Coins. Okay. We have the Nine of Wands here. And we also have the Ace of Cups. I love that. Okay. I just heard that this is something about a loved one that's coming through now. I just heard, I want to help you move on. Like, I want to help you move forward. I want to help you move on. This feels like a very divinely feminine energy saying this to you. Like, I want to help you, ask me for help. This does not feel like anyone who is alive. This feels like someone who has passed on, like an ancestor. I just heard the words open up to me and tell me what it is that you need. I feel that if you look for any counsel right now, the counsel that you need is coming from the spirit world. I heard that. Like, your counsel will come from the spirit world, and it will play. And if you're looking for counsel outside of that, if you're looking for tangible counsel, then they're going to be in the form of some of the most spiritual people you know. For the most part, the counsel is coming from within you. And I really do feel like this is an energy of ultimate reflection. This is an energy where you're really giving into this idea or this life that you want for yourself, but at the same time, you are taking the steps necessary. Of course, we have the 6 of coins and the 7 of coins. 6 of coins is about giving and taking and fairness, and then 7 of coins is all about what we have done by far, taking a step back to look at the garden to see what's going on, what can be changed. And I really do feel that as you're doing this work, as you're doing the working, ask yourself, is what I'm doing sufficient? Is what I'm doing enough? Do I need to implement more? Do I need to take away less? What can I change, or what can I do to make this thing more vibrant? And I really do feel that what you're being led to do is to really follow the call that is coming from within yourself. Follow the call that is within you. And I do think that right now your intuition is speaking to you. I keep hearing Spirit say for you to go to a quiet place, because the more quiet the space is, then the louder the messages are. For whatever reason, the distraction, the noises, the TV, the radio, the frequency, everything is just so loud, and everything is blinding you from what the message is. But even then, Spirit is saying that even when things are chaotic or loud outside of you, if your internal space is quiet and calm, then even throughout the noise, you can still see what the answer is. And I think that's so powerful. It's almost kind of like, the vision that I'm getting is like there's a whole bunch of destruction happening outside in the world, like buildings falling and earthquakes, and it's one person, I can't tell whether it's male or female or whatever the gender is, whatever, which is really irrelevant. There's an individual that is just standing still, quiet, peaceful, listening, and they are immovable as, you know, relative to what's going on outside of them. And I feel that this is imperative, because this is bringing me to the Temperance card. And I feel that the foot of, okay, Gemini, my bad. I'm so sorry about that. My camera died, but we are back. Okay, so basically, I do feel that with this Temperance card here, there's a strong significance and resonance with this foot being in the water. And it's actually the toes are in the water, not the whole foot technically. But I do feel that, to me, this is symbolic for you being able to allow the waters to the spirits of the waters, and the spirituality and the emotional aspect to be ever present and honored. And I also do feel that this is you also allowing yourself to stay purified, and you allowing yourself to transmute anything that is seen as dirty or negative or unfavorable, and transmuting those into something that is godly. And I do feel that you guys are stepping more into leadership. You guys are stepping more into spiritual leadership, actually. And I do feel that you're going to do this in a way that is extremely creative and is inspiring, so that other people can also tap into that element within themselves as well. There's something within you that you are ready to start sharing with the world, and you're ready to teach those things in order to help make this world a better place. And I really do feel that this is the reason why Spirit is asking you to focus. It's almost kind of like having tunnel vision in a way, but at the same time, not being so caught up in the tunnel vision that you forget to see what's going on around you, to where you then become victimized because there was a blind spot and you weren't checking the blind spots. I don't know why I'm seeing someone kind of like readjusting like their review mirror, readjusting the mirrors on their car and whatnot to make sure that they can see every angle. But Spirit is saying it's like a quick glance. You're only looking enough to see what is a potential danger, to keep yourself protected. There's something about boundaries coming through, setting boundaries so that not everybody is in your business, so that not everybody knows exactly what's going on because they hit you with this blind spot, and then next thing you know, your shit starts falling apart. So you want to make sure that you're staying within this, this heightened essence, this heightened energy. I do see that some of you guys are becoming more clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant, all of these different clairs. You guys are awakening into more spiritual gifts that are going to be used in this new chapter in your life. I do feel that people are going to start coming to you for counsel because they underestimated you on one point, but now when they see that you're about that life, it's like, oh wow, look how the tables turn. Now they need your support. And Spirit is asking you to be responsible with that. Okay? All right, we're going to continue on here. Wow. Why, though? Why do we have that? Come on, you guys. I did not see your card, I swear. This one is Helix, Eye of God. Protection. Like, highly favored, protected. Like, come on. We're not even going to sit up here and pretend like we didn't say that. Like, come on. And then we have Pegasus, freedom. I love that for you, Gemini. How amazing is that? Some of you guys are angels, like legit angels, like swear to God, like y'all are angels, like for real. And I 100% love that for you. I really do feel that you should look up the number 22. This is divine alignment. Twice, by the way. And I also feel that you should look up Pegasus and see what his story was and see how it relates to you and or the real world. Okay. Now we have Ursa Minor. We have consequences. We have consequences here. And then we have the mystery. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And of course, we would have communication. Stop it. Gemini, you rule the third house in astrology. It makes sense that you'd be communication, right? That's so crazy. Isn't it beautiful how these messages just align? And then you have the horse. Accepting help from another. Delegating authority. I love that. Look at that. I love it. The Merlin, alchemy, justice, balance. Stop playing with me. Like, stop playing with me. This is definitely all about the Temperance card here. I really do feel that you guys are people who have this crazy accurate ability to be balanced, and this is you combining your light aspect and your shadow aspect together to reap the benefits of both. Like, I love that for you. And then we have Wolf Spirit, family. I love that. And then of course you have Eagle Spirit, freedom. Didn't we just talk about transmutation? Stop. We just talked about this transmuting. And then of course, wow. And you got the Phoenix. I'm not playing. Okay. I'm about to go ham. Hang on a second. Let me get my words together. Okay. You have Goddess of the Earth. An idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. You guys are about to hit something big and monumental that's going to be seen in the world. I'm telling you. It feels like you're going to start reaching millions. I'm not playing around. I'm not saying that to fake the funk. I'm saying that because that's what it feels like. Angel of diet and nutrition. Pay attention to what you eat and drink. You intuitively know what is good for you. I love that. And this is the card here. And then one last card we have is Goddess of the Unknown. A new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. Okay, so let me just stop real quick, because what I want to say to this is that there's something going on here where you've, in a sense, been in a space where you've been in the dark, you've been in the mystery, and now the mystery, the darkness is becoming a new element for you. And not only is it becoming a new element, but it is becoming more of a safe space for you, because there's something about this darkness that you now understand. You now understand it as something that is not negative. Even though it is negative, it's not malevolent. And now I'm in this, what I feel is that you're being called to not only protect yourself because you're moving further into the unknown, but at the same time, you are being called to take what it is that you learn and really learn how to actively alchemize on the spot. And I really do feel that you're in a space where you are literally paving the path for a new freedom that is yours. That has always been yours, but now it's starting to play out even more. I really do feel. Okay, Gemini. So, yeah, I'm so sorry about that, but my camera ended up running out of memory. Well, my memory card is full, so I want to go ahead and continue this message because there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting this message out. So, the quality of this video may change for you. Just rock with me, okay? So, having said that, moving forward, I do feel that right now you are 100% in a time in your life where you are learning self mastery, but you're also learning to transmute on the spot. You're learning how to be your freest, most sovereign self that you've ever been. And I really do feel that you are 100% in a space where you're moving more towards leadership. People are going to start looking to you to help set them free. And even though it's not your responsibility, it is a part of who you are and what you're here to accomplish while you're here on earth. You are a divinely sent messenger here to help break the chains of old curses, old habits, old wounds, and things that keep people bound to their darkness. You help people understand their light and how they have the ability to be themselves and be the light and be the change that they wish to see. And I really do feel that you are someone who is so divinely sacred and amazing. I feel that you have a gift that you may not have been able to see for a long time, but Spirit is asking you now to see the gift that you have and know that you are a phoenix rising from the ashes and you are here to help reshape and rebuild the world. It is through your intuitive abilities and your divine creativity that you are here to help reshape the world and mold it into a utopia that we all can dwell in. And I 100% love that for you. Communication is definitely key here. You may be learning more how to communicate in a way that is freeing. You may be learning how to communicate in a more that is clear and precise. Spirit is saying for you to work with mint because mint and peppermint bring clarity. Like, it brings clarity. Peppermint is amazing for clarity. So you may want to implement that into your drinks. You may want to make lemonade with it. You may want to work with it as far, as doing your magic if you're into magic and witchcraft, or, do something in your sorcery that helps you communicate effectively so that you can reach the masses. I really do feel that this is you using social media in order to get a message across, but doing it in a way that is divinely led, as long as you are not allowing yourself to be tapped into the chaos and tap into the unnecessary bullshit that comes with being on, over the internet. I do feel that you're definitely in a space where what the thing that you and Virgo have in common is the fact that you guys can compartmentalize things in order to help you understand things. Now, I do feel that this is spirit is calling you to tap into your inner Virgo and really not just ground yourself, but be objective when you need to be, but also tap into your own unique individuality and tap into that divine intuition, because your divine intuition is what's going to lead you regardless. So you can tap into logic, but at the same time, your intuition is what's going to lead you to the right reasoning. So if you're going to use logic, use it to compartmentalize when you absolutely have to and when necessary. At the same time, when you lean deeper into your intuition and build that and strengthen that muscle, the more free you can find yourself being. And I really do feel that with the Phoenix here, I really do feel and believe and know deep in my heart with conviction that this Phoenix is you being reborn, but from your own ashes, from your own. It's like you have a story to share. You're being reborn from your own ashes, and you are the fire that never gets put out. You are the phoenix that never dies. You just come back stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger, so on and so forth. And I really do feel like this is definitely your time to make sure that your diet is in alignment with who you are, eating the cleanest of foods, the most organic of foods, eating anything and everything that is going to help keep you spiritually elevated. So this may be you cutting out processed foods. This could be you doing a raw vegan diet, or maybe you want to do a raw vegan challenge for a little bit. You may want to go vegan. You may be someone who wants to change up their diet for, permanently, but for the better, so that your vibration can match your ideas, your thoughts, and things of that nature. So I really do feel that you are in a space where you are 100% flying at light speed. I really do feel that you're becoming one with the universe again. And for whatever reason, this feels like a crown chakra activation. This feels like a crown chakra activation. It feels like your crown is becoming more enlightened. I do feel that spirit is saying for you to, if you want to, start wearing head wraps, and or you may want to start washing your hair. Change up your wash day. Change the ingredients that you're using to put into your scalp, into your crown. Make sure that what you're washing your hair with is divine, is of essence, is of nature, and not so chemically potent to where it destroys your crown. You want to make sure you're very selective with the things that you're putting into your body and onto your body. So there's a message in that. And I do feel that spirit is welcoming you to dive deeper into the mystery, because this unknown has a lot of nuggets that you are going to need in the future. And I really do feel that the future is here. If you found yourself receiving the karma from old consequences and things of that nature, well, rest assured that you no longer have to worry about being in this infinite loop or this infinity loop of consequence. There's nothing else. The only consequence, air quote, consequence that you have is if you decide that you are going to not follow your heart and not follow your intuition. The consequence of that is that you live an unfulfilled life. That is the consequence. So remember that. What are you here for? What are you doing? Where are you going? You are protected. I really do feel that when it's time for you to receive help from others, 100% do that. At the same time, I really do feel that this is a time for you to tap into your own inner guru, your own inner guide, your own counsel. I 100% believe that. And if you do follow the counsel of others, let it be from those divine sources who you know are for your highest and your greatest good. Okay? I 100% love that for you. I do feel that this is definitely going to be a life of balance. You spend so much time thinking these things, thinking about these things and thinking about what you want to do. Now, Spirit is saying that it's time to balance that out and start acting on that, as long as you're moving in alignment with Source. Okay? I see a very strong resonance with things of the air. Funny enough, because we have the eagle spirit here, we have the horse. Even though horse is grounded, they fly through the wind on their hooves. You have the phoenix here, and you also have Pegasus. So there's something about horses that are coming through. You may want to research that, and you also want to research winged animals. You may have been seeing a lot of birds. You may have been seeing um, things that are related to mythical creatures. I don't know why, but dragons are coming through. Something about winged creatures that are coming through, and also horses. You may want to check that out. Again, research Pegasus. There's something about that story that may resonate with you. And yes, that is your reading, Gemini. So, thank you for getting through this reading with me. I love you. I appreciate you. If you need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at magicofeden.com. You guys can also hold my hand as we walk home at Magic of Eden on Instagram. I appreciate the time that we have spent here, and I will see you in my next video.